We will now call our October 27th, 2015 board meeting, regular workshop meeting to order. At this time, would you please stand with us as we recite the pledges? Please remain standing as we recite the Kids at Hope Treasure Hunters Pledge. I, as an adult and treasure hunter, I am committed to search for all the talent, skills, and intelligence that exist in all children and youth. I believe all children are capable of success, no exceptions. Thank you. You may be seated. I would like to remind our audience that if you desire to be an unscheduled speaker, please fill out the forms from the back and bring them up immediately to Ms. Harrison, which is on my far left. And we will recognize you at the appropriate time. Our vision for St. Lucie County Public Schools is that in partnership with parents and community, we will become premier centers of knowledge that are organized around students and the work provided to them. Our name will be synonymous with the continuous improvement of student achievement and the success of each individual. Our promise is to move from good to great, focusing on our core business, the creation of challenging, engaging, and satisfying work for every child, every day. And this is the St. Lucie way. Special order of business, Superintendent Gent, we will move right along with that.
This time I'd ask for Ms. Carrie Patrick to come on up, and she's going to do some special recognitions for our plant and area managers. We're happy that they're here this evening. For many of them, it might be the first time they've been to a school board meeting, so we're happy that they're here and happy, really happy and thrilled that we're going to be able to honor you this evening with this recognition.
Good evening, Madam Chair, board members, and Superintendent Gent. Along with teaching and learning, safe and caring schools, the 3 C's of communication, community engagement, and customer service, St. Lucie Public Schools has a 4th pillar of focus, and that is talent development for all of its members. Tonight, we are so very proud to highlight the focused and continued professional growth of our plant managers. Here to welcome them and provide a brief synopsis of their accomplishments is Mrs. Carolyn Rarick, who is the coordinator of custodial services.
Good evening. I'd like to recognize all the plant managers, the area managers, for obtaining their Florida School Plant Managers Association certifications. Will they all please come up at this time to be recognized? Plant and area managers, in order to complete their Florida School Plant Management Association certifications, this required them to complete 64 hours of training. This was for their certified custodian certification, and an additional 32 hours to obtain their certification for master custodian. This is a total of 96 hours they've obtained in order to master a high degree of competency in their plant manager and area manager positions. Area manager Eric Hennick, Gary Athill, and Horace Lindsay are FSPMA certified trainers. I'm extremely proud of our plant managers and area managers for achieving their certifications. I want to recognize them for their hard work and the pride they take in the cleaning, maintenance, and overall environment of our school campuses. Their efforts, along with their custodial teams, create a positive learning environment every day for our students and staff. Thank you so much.
If any of you would like to stay, you are more than welcome to stay and experience an entire board meeting.
This time I'd like to recognize Dr. Kevin Perry, and he'll introduce the Bluebird Educational Foundation representatives to the board and for a special recognition at this time.
Madam Chair, School Board Member, Superintendent Gent, the Bluebird Education Foundation has been a friend to St. Lucie Public Schools for approximately 9 years. Its founder and chairman, Darrell Bay, has been a friend for approximately 18 years. Bluebird Educational Foundation has provided many educational musical trainings and performances to our students since its conception. They have presented some musicals experience such as Blues in the Schools, Jazz Appreciation Month, and other student workshops, one that will take place on November 20th at Lincoln Park Academy. They have made donations to Forest Grove Middle School, Lincoln Park Academy, St. Lucie West Centennial High School, Southport Middle School, Port St. Lucie High School, Treasure Coast High School, and Fort Pierce Magnet School of the Arts, just to name a few. In most recent years, Bluebird Education Foundation started a program called Recycling in the Key of E, the key of E being the key of education. With this program, we solicit old instruments and have one of our partners refurbish those instruments, and then those instruments are given to students who are interested in playing in the band in the middle or high school. Those programs, through this program, our students have their very own instrument, no more rent-to-own, it's their personal instrument. And to date, Bluebird has donated some 57 instruments, totaling some $25,000 to our students. With us tonight is our founder and chair, Darrell Bay. Please stand, Mr. Bay. Deborah McGrain, Terrence Davis, and Brian Welling, who are also board members, and they'll join us as well. So tonight for our presentations, we'll start by donating to C.A. Moore and Miss Sadie Ricks, as well as 7 students from our district. And Miss Ricks is going to be receiving some recorders, and when I spoke with her, she said it was just in time for the recorder session that they're going to be presenting. And if you would remain, Ms. Ricks, as well. And I'm going to ask the teachers that are here with these students if they would come up with the students as well. From Forest Grove Middle School, the director is Mr. Colombo. Receiving a trumpet from us tonight is Nia Wilson. And receiving a keyboard and stand from us is Amber Savels. Would you please come forward? From Northport Middle School, receiving a trumpet tonight is Evans Elasaint. Elasaint, there it is. And Brian Host is the fantastic music director at Northport Middle School. I'll stop it some more, okay. And from Lincoln Park Academy, receiving a trumpet is Maria Dominguez, and a clarinet, Courtney Willis, and their director is Jason Albert. From Southport Middle School, receiving an alto saxophone is Esteban Romaine, and the wonderful band director is Mr. Laban. I don't see them. And from Dan McCarty Middle School, receiving a clarinet tonight is Eddie Gonzalez. With him is Mr. Richard Rogers. He's not here. Mr. Bay and board members, on behalf of the St. Lucie Public Schools, our school board members, and Superintendent Gent, we want to thank the foundation for your dedication and support to St. Lucie music students, their music programs, and all that you continue to do over the years. And we wish these students will continue to make some beautiful, beautiful music as they participate in our wonderful arts-related programs. One more time for these students and the music that they will make.
Board members, I will now call for a vote to move our consent agenda along. We have the agenda before us. I would entertain a motion at this time to adopt it as presented. So moved by Ms. Hawley,
Second.
second by Ms. Hilson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Having the agenda before us, are there any conflicts that anyone needs to declare on any of the items that will be coming before us this evening? Hearing none, Superintendent Gent, may we please receive your recommendations?
Recommend the board approve the consent agenda as submitted.
We have received the superintendent's recommendation, Board. Are there any items you wish to comment on or discuss and therefore pull out for separate vote? Hearing none, we have already received the recommendations. May I hear a motion, please?
So moved.
So moved by Ms. Hawley and second by Ms. Hensley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? This motion carries 5-0 as well. Superintendent's update. May we have your report, Mr. Gent?
Thank you, Dr. Mills. Have a few things for this evening. It's all good news. On September 30th, a couple weeks ago, we had Dads Take Your Child to School Day. And last year, we had 2,700 dads participate. And this year, we had 3,982, which represents almost 1,300 more dads that took their child to work this year. So we want to continue to build on that, and heard a lot of interesting and positive stories from the school-based administrators and folks in the community as well. So a job well done. I want to thank Dr. Perry as well for coordinating that. This past weekend, we had the District 13 Marching Festival that was held down at Jensen Beach High School. And we call it the MPAs, but they also refer to them as the FSAs for the marching bands. And the highest two ratings a band can receive are excellent and superior. And I never knew this. They're scored by 2 music judges, 1 marching and maneuver judge, 1 percussion judge, 1 auxiliary judge, and 1 general effect judge. And then the combined scores from each area are the composite scores for the bands. And so we had the following ratings. Port St. Lucie High School Jaguars, Marching Jaguars, a rating of excellent. Westwood Marching Panthers, a rating of excellent. Centennial High School Marching Eagles, a rating of superior. Central High School the Marching Cobras, a rating of superior. And Treasure Coast High School Marching Titans, a rating of superior. So congratulations to those students and to their band directors. Tomorrow night at Fort Pierce Central High School, I believe at 7 o'clock, will be the 9 middle school and high school choirs will join forces to present an array of inspirational music, and this is in the Giving Concert. And this provides food items to needy families in our community. The admission to the concert is a non-perishable food item that will be donated to Grace PACS. And we're going to hear from Alapata Flats, K-8, Dan McCarty Middle School, Forest Grove Middle School, the Cobras, the Panthers, Lincoln Park, the Greyhounds, Northport, K-8, and St. Lucie West Centennial High School. So this is, and the doors open at 6:30 and it begins at 7 o'clock. Also today, we just want to congratulate Alapata Flats, the business partner, Sam's Club, adopted them today and gave them a $1,000 gift card and served up some refreshments to them this afternoon. And also, we have, with our education, not with our education, but with our Economic Development Board, we've formed some, trying to work with them and tighten up some partnerships. And today, the Fort Pierce Utilities Authority engineers visited Lincoln Park's Academy Lead the Way, Project Lead the Way, which is an engineering program, and also to Fort Pierce Central's aeronautic program. And the students and the instructors really shared the experiences that they have, and we're able to build some partnerships and positive relationships, and that will just be the beginning of some other visits to school centers. We want to recognize Office Depot, who donated over 200 backsacks to our district last week, and we're going to give those out to families at schools that need those. And so that's all the good news that's going on right now. And then one other special recognition, really, or announcement for tomorrow. We're going to be doing what's called Carry On. It's for our principal over at River's Edge Elementary School and over at the pizza place here down the street. What was it? The Big Apple. Beginning, I believe, at 4 o'clock, we're going to be doing folks are invited to come out and to see Carrie and her family there, and all the proceeds, 100% of the proceeds are going to go to her and her family to support her right now as she's going through this challenge, and we're going to be looking for matching donors, blood donor matches as well. So we want to invite the members of the community, our school staff. We have many members of our schools that are here right now, and that will be going on right down the street from 4 to 10 p.m. tomorrow, and Carrie will be there as well, so you'll be able to come by. I know she'd like to see some folks and come out, and we give her our best, and we continue to keep her in our prayers, and we're going to be with her throughout this process. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent. Board members, before the board members give reports, Attorney Harrell, do you have any comments? Okay, we're going to start right next to Ms. Hensley, please. Next.
Friday morning is actually the 25th official anniversary of the existence of St. Lucie County's Children's Services Council. And the mark that organization has made in this community has been significant. So that's quite a celebration here. So I think that's great. Also, I think that you all received the Florida School Board Association legislative priority list. And I think that you should be pleased that everything we talked about in our 5-county work group is in that legislative priority list. So I'm very pleased that we will be able to have a strong voice. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hensley. Ms. Hilson.
I wanted to just give out a thank you to the team that put together the Lights Out after-school program. Gosh, I don't know what we call it. It was a forum where parents could come and see all the different programs that were available. It was in Port St. Lucie at the Community Center and also in Fort Pierce at the PALS Center. And I was very privileged to be able to see how well it was put together. And I met and talked to so many parents, and I met teachers, and there were principals there. And I felt like it really fit a need. In fact, one of the people I spoke with that pulled it together, I mentioned, we may want to do this more often, because so many of the parents said to me, gosh, I didn't know that academy was at our high school. And so I think information that was given out was amazing, and I really appreciate the team that put that together. It was well done, and we had different bands from different schools playing. It was just a really enjoyable night, I think, for everybody that was able to attend. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hilson. Ms. Hawley. Okay, Mr. Ingersoll.
No report.
Okay, I will close out with a little bit to say during my report. I too agree with Ms. Hilson on that Lights After School. Had the opportunity to go to both locations. Fort Pierce had their after-school programs. Port St. Lucie had theirs. And it was just great to know of the after-school programs that we have in this community that's helping our children. And I believe it was a great success, and I think everybody really enjoyed themselves, and it was very good networking for the after-school programs to get to know one another as well. Tomorrow morning, we will have our Speakers Bureau at Westwood, and we are pleased to say that we have Commissioner Attorney Reginald Sessions, who will be one of our speakers. He will give his life story to the children there, as well as our very own assistant principal, Clayton Dominic. So those are our two speakers that will be sharing their stories. And I have a little example of what took place this past week. I had a young man in the community come to me and say, thank me for being able to hear Superintendent Gent as a speaker and sharing his story. And the young man said that he was greatly encouraged to be better and to do better in life simply by hearing your story. So thank you for coming in. And I think it's a new day for some of our students just to be able to relate with some of us that have gone through similar challenges. I also want to once again recognize our plant and area managers for coming out tonight and for their accomplishments. And because we know how important it is that they are acknowledged for their great work that they do here in St. Lucie County Schools. And Bluebird Educational Productions, also thank you very much. For years, ever since I've been here, it seems like you have always donated those instruments to our children, and we appreciate that as a board as well. At this time, we have no unscheduled speakers, so we will bid our audience farewell, and we will close out with our mission statement. The mission of St. Lucie County Schools is to ensure that all of our children graduate from safe and caring schools equipped with the knowledge, skills, and desire to succeed. Our next board meeting will be held November the 10th, 2015. Good night to all, and we are adjourned.